guest now is Anna Mazurkiewicz of the Canadian Polish Congress. Thank you so much for being part of this video, Anna.
My pleasure.
Talk a little bit about the comments by Carolyn Parrish that you are now aware of. She basically lumped in all Polish men as kind of unpleasant people, as sort of in-your-face, uptight individuals. She seemed to characterize all of them this way. What was your reaction when you heard those comments?
Well, yes, she thought she would never marry a Polish man based on her experience with Polish men and her family of origin, I guess. And she she said that all Polish men were edgy, in your face.
Lots of Polish men. I was bound and determined never to marry one. They're all high-strung. They're all edgy. They're all in your face.
And, it was very shocking for us because these are our fathers, husbands, sons. And we know that she self-identifies as being Polish Canadian. So it was particularly surprising to hear that come out of her mouth in a city council meeting.
Does it give her a pass, the fact that she considers herself at least partly Polish or having grown up in a large Polish family? Does that not give her some kind of a get-out-of-jail-free card on making comments like this?
Absolutely not. It's quite the opposite. We all try to be good ambassadors for our ethnic group. I mean, we work hard, we contribute to our communities across Canada, try to make a contribution to Canada, and speak well of our ethnic group. For her to say that about her own people is particularly shocking because she has a responsibility to be an ambassador, especially given her position.
It's amazing how over the years you see cultural references to Polish people in shows like All in the Family. And I know you and I are of an age.
Yes.
Remember that show where Mike Stivic was always described as the meathead.
No, let me tell you something, Mr. Stivic. You are a meathead. What did you call me? A meathead. Dead from the neck up. Meathead.
Guys like you who don't listen to reason. I mean, you're not listening to anything. You're totally closed-minded.
And you'd always hear Archie making cracks about you stupid Polacks. At the time, it was, everybody kind of laughed, unless, of course, you were Polish. And so, fast forward a few decades in time, and yet we're seeing this sort of thing, not only in a show, but actually in a council meeting.
Yeah, in real life. And, I immigrated here in 1963, and there was a lot of discrimination against Poles. I mean, we were DPs, so dumb Polacks. And then when I was in high school, endured Polish jokes, and you had to laugh at them. And, I thought that was all decades behind us, and that we all in Canada, as Canada became more and more diverse, had learned how hurtful that is and how, how it makes you feel that in spite of being here for decades, you don't quite fit in. That's essentially what it feels like, I think. And it would for anybody, I would think.
What would you like Carolyn Parrish to do?
I have spoken with Carolyn Parrish about this. I asked to meet with her, but all I got was a telephone call as I was driving to another meeting. We wanted her to, in council meeting, in the same group of people to whom she made those remarks, we wanted her to go back and correct that misperception that she had caused. Basically to undo the damage that she has done to the perception that others have of us. And we also wanted her to write us a letter of apology, not to anyone personally, but to our community, that demonstrated an awareness of the damage she had done, and a commitment that she wouldn't make remarks like that about us or anybody else in Mississauga. We did get a letter of apology was not adequate. We therefore have filed a complaint with the Integrity Commissioner in Mississauga.
Can you share the letter with us?
Oh my, I would have to dig for it.
But you did get a letter from her.
Yes.
You got a response. So
Yes,
she said,
and it
not
was,
really sorry. Is that what you're?
basically, well, her telephone conversation started with, "I'm so sorry that you misinterpreted what I had said in council meeting." And the letter was just, a little bit better than that. I mean, she talked about, yes, I can understand why somebody who would take my remarks made in jest would misinterpret them without hearing the context. And it was, it minimized the seriousness of the situation as we see it from our perspective. And certainly there was no commitment to not do that again. So, I think it was kind of an attempt to try and make it go away, quite honestly.
And it didn't work, apparently.
Well, we didn't want to make a federal case out of it, but on the other hand, we don't think that's appropriate. And I think that by filing the complaint, hopefully that will act as a deterrent in the future, so she doesn't make remarks like that about anybody, including us.
Yeah, but it sounds to me, based on what you're saying, was the context of the conversation that you had, that she thinks it was a big joke. What's your
Yes.
problem?
Well, maybe that's overstating it a little bit, but I think that essentially she thinks she made a joke, and we should take it as a joke and not take it too seriously.
But you took it a step forward and filed an official complaint with the Integrity Commissioner.
Yes, we did, because even in jest, people shouldn't say things like that about an entire nation of people, any nation, any ethnic group. And, she needs to understand that. And if she doesn't understand that following my conversation with her, and we got the letter following the conversation, then where does that leave things if we don't take it a step further? We didn't want to be mean to her, but on the other hand, we felt that there needed to be something in place that's a deterrent.
You want an apology, a real apology. Is that
A
right?
a genuine apology, and one that demonstrates some awareness of what she's done, the damage that she's done, the perception that she has caused on the part of other people as a result of her remarks.
Anna Merkevich. Did I say that correctly? Or Merkevich?
That was a valiant effort. It's Mazurkevich.
I'm sorry, Anna Mazurkevich. My apologies to you, Anna. But thank you so much for talking to us today, and hopefully you'll get some resolution with Councillor Parrish on this matter.
Thank you.